There was a Breslover in Tsfat, about again 80, 90, 100 years ago. His name was Rav Shmuel Horvitz, and while he was starting his trek in discovering and learning Rebbe Nachman's teachings, he became friendly with one of the chief Sephardic rabbis of Tsfat at the time, the Rav Antebi, who was someone with his Sephardic heritage, etc. But he was also a person who was always searching truth, emet. And he saw how this young man had become a totally different person, totally inflamed in his prayer, in his emunah, in his service of Hashem in his life. So this Rav Antebi was very interested. What's he reading? What's this young Shmuel reading and learning that's getting him so inspired? I also want to see this. So once he saw on the table, Rav Shmuel Horvitz had put books that he was planning to learn that day, and these were the new books that he discovered, the teachings of Rebbe Nachman. And this Rav Antebi, never having opened a Breslov book before, he began to go through one of the Breslov teachings, one of those books, and he felt that they were talking directly to him. And he was amazed. And he requested Rav Shmuel Horvitz that he asked him, can you learn with me together Rebbe Nachman's teachings? And they started, because of that, a chavruta, a study partnership, and they began to learn together. At one point, after learning a few days or a few weeks, Rav Antebi, he said to Rav Shmuel like this: I'm about to be totally committed to Rebbe Nachman and his teachings, but first, I want to fulfill what our rabbis teach us. Vayu einecha ro'ot et morecha. I want to see Rebbe Nachman. I want to first see his face before I jump in to following him. And this Rav Shmuel Horvitz, was shocked. That's a big request to see the face of a tzaddik who passed away over 150 years already. How is he going to do that? Still, he didn't question. They kept on learning, and in the middle of the learning, Rav Antebi began to doze off. Litnamnem, he began to doze off, and after a few minutes, he woke up with such a fear, such a pachad, and he told Rav Shmuel, I saw him! I saw Rebbe Nachman! And he described that he saw a fancy big building, a yeshiva, and he went in and he saw Rebbe Nachman with his disciples learning, and there was such a light and intense light coming from that experience that he just left the yeshiva. He couldn't stand the intensity of the light coming out, but he saw him, and from that time he became a committed follower and disseminator of Rebbe Nachman's teachings. And even though he was the chief rabbi of the Sephardim in Tsfat, he would begin to put in all of his drashot, all of his sermons that he would give from that point on, he would throw in teachings from Likutei Halachot, Rav Noson's magnum opus called Likutei Halachot. And eventually this Rav Antebi was summoned to become the chief Sephardic Rav of Haifa, and he continued his job in subconsciously and in a hidden way, spreading Rebbe Nachman's teachings and the sermons that he gave. And he had a big piece in helping people maintain their Judaism at a time when it was very hard to survive and struggle spiritually to keep it up. But this again is the idea that Rebbe Nachman himself said, that some people see me in a dream, some people see me as a young man, some people see me as an old man, but there are those who see me in a dream. And Rav Noson writes there that he understood from Rebbe Nachman that he indicated that it is something big when somebody has the merit to see him in a dream. The unfortunate thing is people today have a lot of dimyonot, a lot of distorted imagination. So a person has to pray really hard that he be honest and sincere, and in that, through his honesty and sincerity and being more or less grounded, from within that attitude to see this tzaddik, the face of this amazing tzaddik in a dream.